pinapaikot yan eh. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Abante.
Alam mo, Mr. Chairman, this is not a laughing
Yes,
matter.
yes, Congressman.
No, I just wanted to also to clarify that my position is to really to find out yung nalalaman ni Miss Cassandra Ong. Yun lang naman ang intention natin, to find out the truth, to help us ease the problems that we are encountering on trying to link each and every one of those who have perpetrated crimes on this Pogo Hub. And I thought, and we thought, that she'd be cooperating with us. But unfortunately, it seems that she doesn't want to cooperate. I hope, Kasi, that you will change your mind.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Noted. I know that Congressman Dan is so kind with beautiful women.
Okay, are you done?
Mr. Chair, no, I'm not. I about have
Okay,
two questions
please wrap
more.
up. Thank you.
Yes, Miss Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair, may I ask, do you know Rainier Chu? Do you know Rainier Chu? Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu? Yes or no lang yan, kung kilala mo siya o hindi. Do you refuse to answer if you know?
Tanungin natin,
Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right.
Ha?
I invoke my right to remain silent.
No, you cannot invoke your right. That is not, this is not a court. This is a hearing in Congress.
Chairman.
She invoked her right not
Chairman.
to answer. Tinatanong kita, kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Okay, before that, Congressman Abante, is this a interjection?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. If the good Congressman...
Although our ground rules does not allow interjections, but the chair will allow you to speak.
Thank you, Chairman.
Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, matanong ko lang po, that was the advice of your lawyer? No, that's yours. Now, ang ano kasi dito sa House, sa inquiry in legislation, if the question and your answer will be incriminating to you. And what is incriminating to answer yes or no to that question of the Chairman Davante? Wala eh. Wala akong nakitang incriminating. Tinatanong ka pa lang naman kung kilala mo hindi. O yes or no lang.
Pakisagot mo lang, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, pwedeng hindi ko po siya sagutin.
So parang sinabi mo na rin, nakakilala mo
Mr.
siya.
Chair,
Mr. Chair.
Again, sige, Congressman Akop.
Attorney, are you advising your client properly? Because according to our rules, the refusal to answer any question which is not incriminatory to the resource persons, he can be cited in contempt. Alam nyo naman po siguro yun. So, kindly advise your lawyer kasi, yeah.
May I, Mr. Chair, repeat the question? I just would like Ms. Cassie Ong please to answer me right now and to answer the committee, yes or no. Kilala ba
Chair.
niya si Rainier Chu? Sapagkat if she will not answer and invoke her right to silence, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kilala niya si Rainier Chu. And I know, Mr. Chair, that she refuses to answer if she knows because there are some sensitive things that she knows about Pogo.
So your 30 seconds is up. Kasi, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier, Rainier Chu.
Kakilala po.
Okay. Yun.
Pero po, again, hindi ko po siya, parang,
O yun ang susunod kong tanong. Ano ang pagkakilala mo sa kanya?
again, hindi ko po siya sobrang close po.
Pero kilala ka niya. Hindi mo siya masyadong kilala. Pero kilala ka niya at kilala ka niya na ikaw ay involved sa Pogo Hub.
Hindi ko
Again sinayo mo na kanina na ang binayaran mo sa Pagcor Pogo involved ka. Please, Miss Ong, please. Sapagkat you have been answering kahit noon pa, I was asking you na sinasabi mo palagi, hindi ka involved sa Pogo, hindi mo alam ang Pogo. Right now, anyone can be caught in the mouth. Okay? A fish is always caught in the mouth. Unless otherwise, you use a net. Alright? So therefore, ngayon, inaamin mo sa committee ito na you know about Pogo. Inaamin mo na yung Lucky South, Pogo ang negosyo. Yes or no?
pwede pa kayo ulit yung question.
Mr. Chair, ang lakas na ho ng boses ko para hindi nyo marinig yung sinabi ko Mahina din ba tenga mo? Ang lakas na ng boses ko Uulitin ko pa ba?
If I may, Mr. Chair, Congressman Nabante, if I may, just a few, alam mo, kasi, sa...
Bago kayo sa mga kami, ito ay tumaw. Yeah, cái gì đó. Thấy bảo.
Sure.
Ano na?
If ever po there's a case against,
Harapin mo na lang yung kaso.
Opo.
So in other words, you don't want to be protected by being cooperative to this committee, and you will face the music with the court. Is that what you're trying to say? Ay, ibig sabihin na mas gusto yung pang harapin talaga yung kaso mo sa korte kaysa bigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon na maging parte ng aming pinaglalaban dito sa quad committee ito, na mag-cooperate ka sa aming investigasyon. So in other words, you will not be you will not be cooperating anymore by naming names. Yun lang naman hinihingi namin sa iyo kasi mga pangalan.
Wala po akong may bibigay na pangalan, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Sige,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Abante.
I'd like to make a motion that we invite Mr. Rainer Chu in this hearing, Mr. Chair. I so move.
There is a motion to invite Mr. Rainier Chu. Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Duly seconded. No objections. Hearing no objections, the motion is carried.
So, Mr. Chair, isa lang tanong, no? Sinabi mo kanina, Mr. Chair, Miss Cassie, na ang involvement mo ay yung income rentals ng Whirlwind. Am I right? Oo.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Tanong ko lang ganito. Yung income rentals per square meter, di ba? And per ulo operator. Am I right? Per ulo operator protection. Protection dito sa iyo at kay Mr. Wu.
No po.
Hindi.
Hindi po.
Wala.
Wala
Pagkat
po.
ikaw ang kumukolekta eh. Ikaw ang kumukolekta ng income rentals per square meter plus yung protection para kay Mr. Wu. Pakisagot na.
Wala po.
Okay. Well, lastly, Mr. Chair, is your lawyer here right now an associate of Attorney Topacio? You are.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
May I ask, Mr. Chair, why Attorney Topacio is not here today? Can the lawyer answer, please?
Your Honor, please, he has a previous commitment. He was supposed to be ready for yesterday's hearing, but unfortunately, it was transferred to today, Your Honor.
Congressman Dan mentioned about what Attorney Topacio did to us. No? Would like to ask from you if Attorney Topacio owned this, I do not know if it is Facebook or whatever it is. It is called Yes, Yes, Yo. Does Attorney Topacio own this?
I understand, Your Honor, that he has a radio program, but I don't know if that is the one, Your Honor.
Oh yes, it says right here, yes, yes, yo, have a great weekend. And this is what Attorney Topacio is saying. You know, he is trying to appear like he is a young brat when he is actually a very good lawyer. And he is a friend even of this committee. I do not know why he has been saying things against us and bad things about us. Anyway, alam mo may kasabihan tayo, attorney, Mr. Chair. Pero kung nabasang kasabihan, you know, never approach a bull in front and never approach a horse behind and never approach an idiot in any direction. Oh, bahala ka na, attorney, kung anong gusto mong isipin tungkol doon. No? And the thing is, we're not going to, in a way, attack him for this. Gusto ko lang sabihin sa kanya, at we have a copy of all of this. I'm not actually offended, no? Nakakaano lang na the kind of very good lawyer he is, that he would appear like a young brat that does nothing but go against us who are seriously investigating this matter for the Filipino people para malaman po ng publiko ang katotohanan. Hindi po para sa amin. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. Yun lang gusto kong sabihin.
Thank you, Congressman Abante.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congresswoman Luis.
I just wish to add to the manifestation of the Honorable Abante that the reposting done by Yes Yes You, which we believe belongs to Attorney Topacio, constitute an act of contempt because that constitutes disrespect to the members of this committee. I hope that this is a reasonable warning for him. We are all members of the bar. We are not taught like this. We are not trained like this. We are bound to protect our legal profession. And this is not the way we should discharge our responsibility as members of the Philippine Bar. Kindly relay to Attorney Topacio.
I will, Your Honor.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luis.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Keith Flores.
earlier when I was questioning Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair, I asked her about the ITRs of Whirlwind. So now I would just like to make it into a motion, Mr. Chair, to compel Whirlwind Corporation through Ms. Cassandra Ong to submit the income tax returns of Whirlwind Corporation from the years 2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair, and also for the settlement of the estate of the mother of Ms. Cassandra Ong, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a motion to... Yes, sige, attorney.
May I please be recognized, Mr. Chair? Your
Okay,
Honor.
you're right.
Your Honor, please, one problem that Ms. Ong has been complaining is that her cell phone, Your Honor, contains so many of the documents, personal documents, official documents, and she has no other way to access this information. It is in her cell phone, in her iPad, Your Honor, please. It is in these devices are in the custody of the NBI. We have twice requested, Your Honor, from the office of Director Jaime Santiago. I am not sure if the answer of one of the NBI officers is official that they will abide by the order of the Senate or of the Congress of this honorable house if there is an order to return the said gadgets, Your Honor, please. So one reason why Ms. Ong finds it very hard to recall some data, Your Honor, please, is that she has no aid because she don't have hard copies of this, Your Honor, please.
Okay,
May
thank
we
you.
know, please, Your Honor, if there is any remedy from
Mr.
this
Chairman.
honorable body.
Mr. Chairman, if
Well,
I may.
the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI and perhaps ask whether we can have the gadgets of Miss Cassandra Ong be turned over to her. Of course, we will abide by what the DOJ would advise us. So, but be assured that the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI.
May I,
Mr. Chair.
sorry.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Kasi ano yung iPhone? Meron kang iCloud? Meron kang cloud? Di ba?
Opo, iPhone po, pero wala siyang... hindi ko po
Hindi
kasi...
ka naka-cloud?
Hindi siya naka-shared po eh. So
All
once
the
na...
documents that you put on your cell phone, hindi siya automatic sharing sa cloud? Are you sure?
Yes po. I can prove it naman pag mention po yung ano.
Okay. Mr.
Chair, let me amend my
So-
motion, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Flores.
so that we will not interfere with the investigation of the NBI and not retrieve the cell phone. Maybe just direct the BIR office concerned, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
to furnish us with copies of the ITR.
Is BIR here? Meron bang representative of BIR? Yeah, in the last hearings, can you state your name?
I am Attorney Scranton Orgulio from the Bureau of Internal Revenue's Legal and Legislative Division, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a request from Congressman Flores with respect to the ITR of the Whirlwind Corporation and Miss Cassandra Leong on the periods
2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair.
2019 to 2023. Can you provide this committee those information?
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, they are protected by Section 270 of the Tax Code, which prohibits the BIR or any of its officers from divulging tax returns and other information of a taxpayer to anyone, sir. It is a criminal liability for us. But if we could, if we could ask Mr. Chair for a written permission from Ms. Cassandra Ong, and also as an heir of her mother's estate, we can provide this committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Miss Kasiong, kailangan ng permiso mo para mag-release ng dokumento ang BIR doon sa hinihingi ni Congressman Flores na income tax return mo ng Whirlwind Corporation at saka yung estate ng mother mo, yung mother mo. Naiintindihan mo ba yan?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. Pwede ko pong konsultahin muna yung lawyer ko about that po, Mr. Chair.
Attorney, please advise your client. And let us wait for the letter of Cassandra Ong to giving permission to the BIR to release these documents. In the meantime, we would like to ask the lawyer to please advise your client that before the day ends, before this hearing ends, may we be informed as to the decision of your client. Salamat. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Luistro,
can I have a short inquiry with AMLA?
please proceed.
May we know the status of the cases filed already against Cassandra Ong? What cases have you filed so far with Cassandra Ong?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For Cassandra Ong, we have filed a money laundering complaint last Friday, Your Honor.
And in your mandate, AMLA, have you tried to look into the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong?
Your Honor, that is part of the ongoing investigation. But with respect to the money laundering complaint last Friday, we have limited ourselves to the transaction of Ms. Alice Go.
I understand, however, Mr. Chair, that in the charter of AMLA, there are crimes, offenses when you can look into the bank accounts as exception to bank secrecy law without a court order. Is it the opinion of AMLA that this one belongs to the exception?
That is correct, Your Honor. The predicate offenses relied upon in filing the money laundering complaint is qualified trafficking in person, SRC violation, and estafa, Your Honor.
In other words, Mr. Chair, the AMLA confirms that because of human trafficking, SEC regulation violation, and estafa, there is no need for AMLA to secure a court order for them to look into the information of all the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong. Does the AMLA confirm?
May I be clarified, Your Honor?
Yes,
With the
please.
existence of those predicate offenses, we are allowed to go to the Court of Appeals to apply for a bank inquiry. And it is the Court of Appeals with these predicate offenses which would authorize us the bank accounts, Your Honor.
Can we be enlightened? How soon do you secure the order from the Court of Appeals for you to be able to get into this information?
For the Pora case, Your Honor, the investigation is still ongoing, and we are seeing that we would be able to file in the next coming weeks, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I am referring to the order to be issued by the Court of Appeals. I think that will be directed to the banking institutions to allow the AMLA to look into the bank deposits or transactions of Ms. Cassandra Ong. Gaano po ba katagal bago kumuha ng order na ito? Does it take weeks, months? Please enlighten us.
Your Honor, under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, once an application for bank inquiry is filed or a petition for freeze, the Court of Appeals is given 24 hours to issue an order whether to grant or to deny the petition, Your Honor.
And may we confirm whether the AMLA has filed already?
Your Honor, for the Porac Pogo case, we are still gathering information. The investigation is still being conducted, Your Honor. Under the AMLA, Your Honor, we have to prove certain elements, the existence of the predicate offense, the proceeds, the transaction, among others, Your Honor. So that is where the investigation is leading to, Your Honor.
And in your humble opinion, Mr. Chair, do you honestly believe that your application will merit the positive action of the Court of Appeals for you to be able to look into this bank information?
With evidence thus gathered, Your Honor, the AMLAC is confident that once filed in court, it will be granted by the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if I may proceed, in addition to the documents which were requested already by the Honorable Keith Flores, let this representation add the following documents which were mentioned. Where is she? By Cassandra Ong. Because earlier she said,
Chairman,
suspension, Mr.
since
Chair.
wala pa si Cassandra, can I ask the AMLA? Okay. Chairman. Yung case na final nyo, doon kay Cassandra Ong, malinaw. Yung case filed against Cassandra Ong or Alice Go?
It is against Alice Go together with Cassandra Ong, Your Honor.
And it covers Bamban, Tarlac.
It's about the Bamban case.
How about the Porac, in which Cassandra Ong is involved?
That is the case that is still being investigated by our office.
Timeline tayo, please.
At most 2 weeks, Your Honor. At most.
2 weeks from now. Then, the next is Court of Appeals na.
Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, Your Honor, we'll be filing a bank inquiry petition before the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
So, ito for the record, ulit, Bamban pa lang po. Sinama niyo na si Cassandra Ong.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a joint investigation by the AMLAC, by the NBI and PAOK, Your Honor.
Sa Porac, Pampanga, sinong mga subject doon?
For the PORAC, Your Honor, with your kind indulgence, we cannot disclose the persons.
Okay, just this morning you asked for an executive session to appraise us. So, Mr. Chairman, we'll just schedule an executive session with the AMLAC. Ang request lang po namin, bilisan po natin. Kasi, nakafocus pa kami sa budget. Ang Quadcom, this is now our fourth hearing. Hopefully, sana, in the fifth or sixth hearing, medyo na-file na natin, tapos may reply na from the Court of Appeals.
Will do po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please.
I just wish to clarify from AMLA because my understanding is Cassandra Ong is implicated in Porac, Pampanga. How come she was included in the case in Bamban, Tarlac?
That is based on the investigation conducted by the NBI and PAOK, Your Honor. That she's part of this conspiracy in the commission of the crime in Bamban case, Your Honor.
In other words, does AMLA confirm na wala pang kasong nakafile pertaining to Whirlwind and Lucky South?
Insofar as the money laundering aspect, Your Honor, is concerned, none so far, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, can we pursue the waiver that was previously committed by Cassandra Ong to execute for herself and in behalf of the corporation? Because there is misrepresentation when she said that cases have been filed against her already, when the truth of the matter is her implication is with respect to Bambantarlac and not with respect to Porac, Pampanga. I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that we pursue the prior commitment of Cassandra Ong to execute a waiver, at least if not for herself, in her representation for Lucky South and Whirlwind Corporation, Mr. Chair.
We will ask her directly, Your Honor, as soon as she comes back, and ask for her commitment again, whether she's willing to sign that waiver in order for us to be able to examine.
Mr. Chair, I just wish to express this frustration that during the last hearing, she seemed to be so sincere in her intention to execute the waiver, only for me to realize today that she just wanted us to withdraw the contempt order and the detention order in the Women's Correctional. So I find it actually as an act of contempt, Mr. Chair, but I understand the technical gaps, the challenges of the Secretariat. Nonetheless, I wish to manifest that we be ready with our templates so that if there are commitments expressed by the resource speakers, we have it signed right away, especially when the resource speaker is duly accompanied and assisted by her own lawyer, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we take note of the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro, and may I direct the Comsec to please follow the suggestion of Congresswoman Luistro as far as the template for whatever commitment, whatever statement to be made by the witness before a committee hearing of the Quadcom.
And Mr. Chairman, if ever that she will not take her oath on that sign waiver before a notary public, I will move to cite Ms. Cassandra Ong in contempt and assign her in the Mandaluyong correctional.
At
For
the
that matter,
appropriate
Mr.
time,
Chairman.
Congressman Fernandez,
Yes,
at the appropriate time,
Mr. Chair.
we will decide on that after we exhaust all possible way to get information from Ms. Cassandra Leong. And if she does not cooperate and we feel that she has committed a contemptible act, then the committee will, if they so desire, will cite her for contempt. So, but before that, we continue with our interpellation. And the next to interpellate is Congressman Zia, and then Congressman Akop, and then Congressman Paduano, and then Congresswoman Swansea. Congressman Zia, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamualaikum. Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Is she available? Ana, nasa CR?
1 minute
Why
suspension.
is the toilet break so long, Mr. Chair? This will agitate the Honorable Adjong.
1 minute suspension. Let me remind also the honorable members that we have several resource persons we invited for today's committee hearing. It's not just, I know how eager we are all to hear from Cassandra Leong, but there are other resource persons here that you may wish to ask and propound questions. So please do not forget them. Is Cassandra Ong here? Is she back?
Mr. Chair, while we are waiting for Cassandra Ong, I wish to ask Ms. Paterna. Ms. Paterna, nakikinig ka naman kay Cassie Ong, di ba? Si Cassie Ong ba nagsasabi ng totoo? Oo o hindi?
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair.
Are you listening to her?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
O ang sabi niya wala daw siyang kinalaman sa Pogo, sa Lucky South. Is she telling the truth?
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair.
Of course, she's lying because that is contrary to your prior testimony. May I proceed to Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair? Simple question.
Congresswoman Luisa, can we give her 3 minutes? She has to, I think she's not feeling well.
Mr. Chair.
The doctors in the house will, saan? Dito.
Mr.
1
Chair.
minute suspension.
Hearing resume. While we're waiting for Cassandra Ong, some members will ask some of the resource persons present.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please proceed,
this
Vice
is
Chair.
just in addition to the documents which are being requested by the Honorable Keith Flores to complete the picture of the one which is being created by Cassandra Ong in supplying so many strange answers. May I request as well that she produce the construction agreement and the building plan of Whirlwind Corporation, which was leased to Lucky South Corporation. This is in addition to the R and also the real property tax of the Whirlwind Corporation pertaining to this 2.5 hectares of and the 7 hectares of the property previously owned by the Cruz family. May I request as well, Mr. Chair, for the deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, the one she mentioned as well earlier, and the contract of lease, which she kept on saying when she said that she's merely subleasing or Lucky South is merely subleasing the facilities to Pogos. So all in all, Mr. Chair, these are 6 documents: construction agreement, building plan, ITR, RPT, deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, and then the contract of lease to the sublessees. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there's a motion by Congressman Luis Trio with all the documents pertaining to the Lucky South 99 and the Whirlwind Corporation. Any second the motion? Second. Duly seconded. And the objection hearing none, the said motion is now approved. So, next interpolator, can we ask the in-house medical doctors to update us with regard to Cassie's, Miss Cassandra Ong's condition? Can you identify yourself, Doc?
I'm Dr. Rafi Valencia from the Medical and Dental Service of the House of Representatives. Now, as of now, sir, mababa, sir, yung blood sugar. So that's the cause of the dizziness and the weakness. The BP, the vital signs are stable.
What is the blood sugar level?
Actually, sir, hindi nga binabasa na ng machine, which means that it's too low.
Mr. Chair,
So, with that,
can I just ask confirmation from the doctor if it is true that Miss Ong refused to eat, refused to drink the Coca-Cola that was given to her?
so,
Sir,
maybe,
actually,
so maybe, are you the right person to answer that query? I think the custodian of the Quadcom. You are? No, we're asking the custodian. Is she not eating? Sige, ma'am, identify yourself, please.
Sir Glizan Irene po, Valdepeñas from the LSP. Mr. Chair, may specific lang po siyang food na gustong kainin every time po na nagpo-provide kami ng food sa kanya.
So ayaw niya yung ulam na binibigay niyo?
Yes po.
Ayaw niya?
Yes po.
And is it true na kanina umaga you tried to give her Coke because mababa na yung sugar niya and she refused to take it?
Yes, sir. But later on, ininom naman po niya.
Inom niya?
Yes po.
Okay, so the refusal to eat is because of her dislike of the food that you've been giving her.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair.
Siguro yung sa doctor muna.
Yes, may I?
Mr. Chair, can we ask the doctor first? Dr. Rafi Valencia, what will be your advice to our resource person?
sir, for the meantime, sir, siguro po, we'll try to raise the blood sugar. Now, we're trying to ask her to drink yung drink niya. Pero dagang ko na lang, sir, ng sugar yung iced tea niya.
So with that,
just to
Mr.
increase.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Valencia. With that, Mr. Chairman, can we ask the other resource persons which this Quadcom have invited while
Okay.
recuperating muna si, si Cassandra Hong?
Well, in our list of interpellators, the next in line is Kong Zia. However, the
Yeah, Mr. Chair, my questions basically are to and I will yield to the next interpreter if they are willing to ask some of the resource persons here. And I'll just wait until Ms. Ong is capable of answering my questions. Mr.
thank you, Kong Zia.
Thank you.
The next in our list is Congressman Akop. If Congressman Akop is ready.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I prepared my questions for Madam Casio.
Okay, thank you. So in that case, Congressman Dan Fernandez is the next to interpolate.
Wala na ako tatanong, Mr. Chair. Hindi, kay AR na lang. AR.
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair.
Good afternoon, AR. Meron sana akong gustong itanong sa iyo during that time nung the last time according to some report, magkano ba sinaldo mo dun sa being an incorporator of Yan Chamba or yung Bataan Maribeles Holding Corporation?
To be honest po, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po alam talaga yung paano kung may sinahod ba talaga for being a stakeholder of Biancham po.
So the last time that you answered that kind of question, the same answer that you have given on this Quadcom?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. During the raid doon sa Porac, di ba? According sa PAOK, parang meron nakuha silang bank account mo eh. Is this true?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
May nakuha silang bank account mo?
Yes po, Mr.
So anong bangko yun?
BPI po, Mr. Chair.
BPI.
Yes, Mr.
Ilang BPI account meron ka?
I have one personal account po, Mr. Chair.
One personal account? Ano to? Checking, savings, or
Savings po, Mr. Chair.
savings account? So, isa lang ang savings account mo? Or
Yes
you
po.
have another joint account with somebody?
I have a joint account with Attorney Rocky po, Mr. Chair.
So, meron kang joint account with Harry Roque.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
How much? Magkano laman nung joint account nyo ni Attorney Harry Roque?
As of today ba yun, Mr. Chair?
No, today, how much?
Sa pagkakalam ko, Mr. Chair, close na po yung account na yun.
Close na. Sino nag-close? Ikaw? Kayong dalawa, joint, right?
Hindi po ako nag-close nun, Mr. Chair. Pero pag-check ko po online, wala na po siya.
Pero having that joint account with Attorney Harry Roque, namamonitor mo yung account. Siyempre, account mo, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, magkano yung pinakamalaking pumasok na pera?
Sa pagkaalala ko kasi, Mr. Chair, that account was used for election po, Mr. Chair.
So, how much yung pinakamalaking pumasok na pera?
Around 3M or more, Mr. Chair.
3M.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
One
transaction po.
One transaction. So, umabot ng magkano yung account na yun?
Alam ko, that is the limit, Mr. Chair. Yung pinakamalaki po na deposit kasi pag
No, I mean the total, AR. Yung total na pumasok sa joint account nyo, how much?
Yun ang hindi ko sa Mr. Chair.
Bakit?
Hindi ko po alam if magkano po lahat ang pumasok po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi mo nakikita account mo? Wala kang kopya? Wala kang online account? Hindi mo nakikita yung pasok? You're under oath.
Ang klaruin ko lang, Mr. Chair, ang tanong niyo is magkano lahat ang pumasok po doon, di ba, Mr. Chair?
Yes, oo.
Hindi ko po alam ano yung total amount po na pumasok po, Mr. Chair.
Pero ang pinakamalaki nakita mo is only 3 million. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ang pinakamalaking pumasok is 3 million.
Pwede ba i-check, Mr. Chair?
Go ahead. Okay, AR?
Sa pag-alala ko talaga, Mr. Chair, 3 million po ang biggest na pumasok doon, Mr. Chair.
So, ano yung tinitingnan mo kanina? Wala kang nakita?
Nag-loading pa kasi, Mr. Chair.
Nakaka-withdraw ka ba sa account na yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, nakaka-withdraw ka.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Magkano ang pinakamalaki na withdraw mo?
Around 1.8, Mr. Chair.
One withdrawal. Don't worry, AR. You have to be honest. You know why?
Yes, around 1.2 to 1.8, Mr. Chair. Alam ko po yun.
Yung na-withdraw mo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, marami kang withdrawal na malalaki.
Parang once a month yun, Mr. Chair, for election purposes naman yun, Mr. Chair, for payroll po ng mga tao po.
And why is Attorney Harry Roque allowing you to withdraw that big amount?
That is for the payroll po ng election staff po ni Attorney Roque ng election po, Mr. Chair.
Election.
Yes po, election staff.
So, ang sinasabi mo, that amount that was withdrawn by you during election time, are you sure? During election time?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Definite ka dyan, ha?
Yes,
Kasi pag nakita natin na hindi election time yan, you're lying, ha?
Pakita rin, Mr. Chair, na nag-withdraw din ako ng that amount last election po.
1.2 and 1.8.
Within those range po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sige, for that, Mr. Chairman, no further questions for the moment.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. May direct, yes, Congressman Akop, you're ready.
May just ask some questions from Mr. De La Serna.
Please proceed.
Mr. De La Serna, in 2023, ilang beses kayong lumabas ni Attorney Roque?
Taruhin ko lang po, Mr. Chair. Out of the country trips po ba yun?
Ano?
Out of the country trips ba yun, Mr.
Yes, out of the country. Ilang beses kayo lumabas ni Attorney Roque in the year 2023?
6 times po, Mr. Chair.
6.
Yes.
6 times in 1 year. Tama?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Pwede po bang sabihin nyo sa committee na ito ano ang mga dahilan o purpose ninyo kung bakit 6 times po kayong lumalabas ni Attorney Roque in 2023?
Mr. Chair, the first trip was a trip to Hong Kong po. For sa pagkalala ko, Mr. Chair, yun po yung movie po with the Marcos family po, Mr. Chair. Ang second trip po namin
Ano? Isang movie?
Yung movie po with ni Senator Amy po, Mr. Chair. May premiere night po sa Hong Kong that time.
Okay.
Tapos, the next trip was a trip to Beijing po, Mr. Chair. Kasama
Anong buwan yung buwan?
April po, Mr. Chair.
Sa Hong Kong?
Yes.
Sa Hong Kong.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chair, it was April 1 po.
April 1.
Po, Mr. Chair.
Yes. O, 2 beses kayong lumabas ng ating bansa ng 2 beses kasama si Attorney Roque.
Yes, Mr. Chair. That is correct.
Hindi ba sinabi mo, 5 ba yung executive assistant ni Attorney Roque?
That is the time in Malacanang po, Mr. Chair. Out of office po.
So, nawala na siya sa Malacanang.
Tama po.
Ikaw lang ang natira.
Yes po.
Ha?
May ibang staff naman, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, ikaw lang ang natira doon sa 5 EA niya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ikaw naman, oh. Iiwas ka kaagad. Di ba? Ano kayang meron ka kung bakit ikaw ito ni Attorney Harry Roque?
To my answer po, Mr. Chair, is sanay po kasi ako magtrabaho kasama po si Sir Harry po, Mr. Chair. Alam ko po yung medical needs po ni Attorney Roque. Madaming beses na po ako nagbiyahe sa kanya, not only abroad, but also here in the Philippines. Kasama po sa Cebu, sa Davao, sa Magente, even other parts of the Philippines po ako po yung kasama doon, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, kasi you traveled to Japan and Singapore in September of 2023.
Yes po, Mr. That is
And
for...
then you traveled to Abu Dhabi, UAE in October. Kasama ka pa rin sa records ng BI.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so, naalis ka na executive assistant nung nawala siya sa Malacanang. Pero yung serbisyo mo, tuloy-tuloy pa rin.
Kasama po ako sa campaign team din po, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Kasama po ako sa campaign team.
Kasama po siya sa campaign.
Kasama po ako sa campaign team po ni Attorney Roque, Mr.
Oo
Chair.
nga, pero 2023 yung pinag-uusapan natin. 6 na beses kayo lumabas sa bansa. Wala namang kampanya na nangyari noong 2023 eh. Iwas ka talaga kagad eh. Di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, anong kampanya nangyari noong 2023? Ang pinag-uusapan natin, yung paglabas nyo sa 2023 ng 6 na beses.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, ano yung rason mo na kampanya? Bakit nawala ka na bilang EA, eh nagtuloy pa rin yung serbisyo mo sa kanya? Matanong ko, magkano bang sweldo binibigay sa iyo ni Atty. Roque?
Para po siyang may basic pay na 20,000 naman po, Mr. Chair.
3,000 naman?
20 po, 20.
20,000 naman. Okay. And ang trabaho mo parang personal duty nurse ka o PDN.
Parang alalay po ako, Mr. Chair. All around alalay po ako. Ano po yung utos ni Sir Harry gagawin ko?
So, alalay ka.
Yes.
So, lahat ng bagay, trabaho mo.
Parang ganun po, Mr. Chair.
Ang ganun. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yun lang.
Thank you, Congressman Akop.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Congresswoman Sansing.
Opo, quick interjection lang po, Mr. Chair. Because during the last hearing po, I interpolated Mr. De La Serna. He said on record that his salary is between salary grade 17 to salary grade 20. So if we look at it po, it's roughly between 37,000 to 52,000 a month, Mr. Chair. So I just wanted to clarify, Mr. Chair, the response that his salary is 20,000 pesos per month.
Mr.
And
Chair.
also, Mr. Chair, in addition to that, Mr. Chair, the last Congresswoman Mika asked Mr. De La Serna what specific job description is he doing for Harry Roque, and he said he's in charge of the social media accounts of Mr. Roque. Now he's saying he's alalay all around. So mukhang may inconsistencies doon sa mga sagot ni Mr. De La Serna kay Chairman Romiaco.
Thank you, Congresswoman Sansing and Congressman Zia. Narinig mo yung tanong ni Congresswoman Swansing, no?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Anong sagot mo sa kanyang katanungan?
Can I answer first the question of Congressman
Joe. Joe.
Yes po.
Yes.
With relations to your question po, Your Honor, nag-start po ako SOCMED ni Attorney Roque po noong 2020. Tapos naging EA po ako ni Sir Harry noong 2021 hanggang sa sinama niya ako as campaign after nung Malacanang stint. Sinama po ako sa election staff. After po ng election staff, ilan na lang po kaming natira sa to work in his office. I have one of them, pero ganun po talaga pag sino yung naiwan, sa kanya din naiwan lahat ng trabaho. And to answer Congresswoman Swansing, the salary grade 17 to 20 was the salary grade in Malacanang, not in the private employment of Attorney Roque po.
Mr. Chair, quick follow-up lang po. So, if naiintindihan po namin, pumayag po kayo na bumaba po yung sahod nyo sa dati nyo po tinatanggap na 37,000 pababa po sa 20,000 per month.
Meron kasi kaming private na conversation with Attorney Roque if parang if yung meron siyang inutos sa akin regarding a business venture niya. If that would boom, I would greatly benefit it also po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if we may probe further into that, ano po yung business na yon?
Mr. Chair, the solar plant na tinatayo po in Cebu po, Your Honor.
Bukod po doon, Mr. Chair, meron po bang ibang ipinangako si Attorney Harry Roque? Kasi po, para po sa akin, Mr. Chair, medyo malaki po yung binagsak ng sahod nyo. Halos nakalahati po yung diferensya ng sahod nyo nung kayo ay EA na tumatanggap po ng 37 to 52,000 per month, pababa po sa 20,000. So, siguro po, sinusubukan ko lang pong intindihin na bakit po kayo pumayag na manatili sa poder ni Attorney Harry Roque kahit po halos higit po sa kalahati yung binagsak po na inyong sahod.
Hindi ako umalis kay Sir Harry kasi maganda naman yung opportunity kasi the solar plant in Cebu was parang mag-open na po soon, Your Honor.
Meron po ba kayong natanggap na sahod o may kinita po ba kayo? Kasi po, yun yung dahilan kung bakit kayo nanatili sa kanyang poder. Pero meron po ba kayong actual na kinita mula po doon sa solar plant?
Not yet po, Your Honor.
So sa loob po ng halos 4 na taon, simula po nung kasi kahit po tumatanggap po siya ng 20,000 per month na sahod, pumayag po siya na magbukas ng bank account, ng joint bank account, kasama po si Attorney Harry Roque, nang hindi niya po alam yung pumapasok, magkano yung pumasok, magkano po yung lumabas. So, sorry Mr. De La Serna, medyo konektado po ito dun sa tanong ko nung